Today,
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want.
I'm not looking.
King Kong ain't got shit on me!
But I've seen goodness in them.
And I will have my vengeance. In this life or the next.
Welcome, everybody. It's your boy Mo Crosby alongside with Ray and Dr. KB, Trap Guy with the Dad Bod. Thank you guys for coming. So today's episode is the first of the year. We're going to be dropping our first ranking show. Just like with every ranking show, we're learning as we're going. And when this topic popped in my head, and I was like, "Oh, this seems like an awesome topic to do," I just thought it was going to be super easy, but it wasn't. But we're going to be ranking movie quotes, movie lines, just something that we feel like is hard, right? Just you heard in the movie, you feel it's hard. We're gonna rank it. We're only gonna be ranking six. Only going to be ranking six of them today.
You
We're only
froze
going to be
first,
ranking
that's why I
six of
said
them.
that.
Oh, okay. We're only going to be ranking six of them today because I didn't know how long this was going to go. But we're going to drop what I feel could be the hottest six, right? If you saw from the early clip, we're going to be doing. My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius. We're going to be doing. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. We're gonna be doing you see as the show goes on, but no, I have to welcome everybody. Welcome, Ray. It's been a minute. It's your first show this year, right? Yeah, it's the first show this year. It's also the first ranking show. We didn't do Boba Fett. We didn't do any other shows. Discovery's back. We might do like one big after the season show for that one. Yeah. Kyle, thank you for coming. Kyle is always here, so don't worry about y'all don't miss him. So if you've been on a ranking show before, if you've seen a ranking show, we do tiers. We rank, we do tiers. So it's a god tier, a better tier, a good tier, a fine tier, and I guess in my head translates, this is good. I've seen better, but this is good. It's not bad, but this works. So I guess, well, this is fine. This is good. This is a little bit above, I guess, because we're not second guessing the decision. This is good. This is really good. That's going to be in the better, and this is God tier. So six of them. The rules, I think I want to add rules this time. I feel like there should only be one God tier scene. And if we have two that we rank there, right? I feel like we should debate on it and vote for only one of them.
I like this.
How do you feel about that, Ray?
Okay.
That's the first, right? Because usually we're okay with ranking 2 or 3 things as God tier. But I think, especially with that drink episode, I still don't understand how anything is sharing the tier with water. But you know what? It was a show.
Oh, God, don't get me started back on this.
I know you were saying all that because all your stuff came in last.
True. But still, water. I know. You know what? It's fine. That's in the past.
What's absolutely hilarious to me though, like almost everything that came out at the end was almost the same thing as what I put up.
And not just because the reason I really wanted to do that show was to show you that you were wrong.
He was really right.
Honestly, that was the part of the show that pissed me off because as we're ranking, I'm like, no, wait, this is, and we pull his list like right, do it side by side, and it's the same thing. No, man, I didn't like that. I did not like that.
The jig was up, yo.
It really was. All right. So
you feel like Trump, like I lost this election. I won.
Give me a recount. Let's stop the steal. I was really about to stop the steal on a rank show. That's crazy. So I want to kick this off. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys 2 we can start with, right? We can either start with Liam Neeson's Speech from Taken, or we can start with Forgiveness, Captain America, Infinity War.
Or Liam Neeson.
Let's go with Liam Neeson.
All right. To preface this, right, Liam Neeson's speech from Taken was used as the movie poster. That's just in my mind hard. Like, yeah,
Go on, keep going, keep going.
in my mind, that's hard enough. Like, not a lot of movies take the quotes and stick them on the poster for you. Like, but that quote was on the poster, and then when you saw the scene, which I'm about to play, I think it's maybe not top tier, maybe not God tier, but it's like right next to it.
I feel like if we would have did this show then it definitely would be God tier, to be honest with you.
But then
cinema has evolved so much since this movie's come out. To me, it's not going to be God tier, but it still hits you in the feels, just because that movie has so much emotion behind it. The first one, then it became mocking of itself. Yeah.
I never saw the trailers, never saw the posters. Like, it came out at that time where, like, I was working night shift. So, like, I'd go into work at like 3 p.m. and I'd get back home at like 7 a.m. or something like that. So, like, it was sleep, go to work, sleep, go to work. So, like, trailers weren't even a thing. I didn't know about this movie till, like, it was out on DVD. And then I saw it on DVD. That's like, I went in completely fresh, saw it on DVD, and, like, that scene hit me, and I was like, oh, damn.
What year did this come out?
I don't even remember what year it came out.
I don't remember what year it came out.
I remember seeing it in the movies, but I'm trying to remember, was I married when this came out, or was I engaged when this came out?
Let me find out.
I just remember going to see it with my wife, and I was like,
2008.
Wow.
I wasn't with my wife yet?
Why would you ask me? How am I supposed to know that?
Because you remember we was at the club that night, Mo. She was dancing with you. I thought some gang signs like, "Hey, chose me." And then
I don't remember. Don't put me in this. Don't put me in this. I'm about to save your life from you not remembering when you were with your wife or not. Like, I hope she watches this show, and you know what? I hope you make it to the next show. That's all I gotta say. But I'm about to play the scene so we can just like hear, refresh ourselves for a little bit.
Who did I see this with?
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Listen.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
I'm sorry, that's God's secret. That's God's secret. Like,
you know what? I can't even argue with you. I can't even
that
argue with you
whisper at the end.
The music, like the little beat build as he's going.
That score.
I think everything works in that scene, and I think what makes it work even harder is the movie from that point on was just adrenaline. So it's like. And then he did also run in, like at the end of the movie, I think one of the guys was like, I told you I'll find you. So he made the promise, right? Because that's what the line is. That quote is a promise, and he fulfilled the promise by the end of the movie. I can't put that in God tier. I in all good faith, I can't. We have two God tiers, right? Because you guys both saying God tier.
No, I'm not saying this is God tier. This is good.
I'm saying it's God tier.
This is good.
Look, here's the thing. If we did this show right now in 2008, 2009, or 2010, then yes, it would be God tier.
So
but I can't say that because what I have going in God tier, I can't put this above that.
I think it's a better or good. I think
to me it's more
better
good.
or good, and I am just because of what I just had to look at some of the things we have on there. I think it can't go God tier.
But it was definitely original, and that's the thing that makes it stand out so much.
Yes.
It was at the time before it started making the sequels and all that. It was so original, the emotion behind it, and like I said, that part when he just whispers at the end, it's like I've given you all, yeah, like I've given you all to the point where now my rage is coming out as a whisper, and I'm trying to give you out. Like, so, yeah, that was great.
Okay,
great stuff.
I put so great, or so better or good. Good, better, best. I shall never rest until my second.
Oh God.
So good, better, or I'm not putting it God tier. So
it's
good or better.
I'd put it in God tier, but that's just.
So I'm guessing law of averages works out right here. It goes better because there's a good. Yeah, okay, cool. So it goes better.
I could rest on the happy universe with it going and better.
Okay. All right. So the next movie.
The strongest of choices requires the strongest of wills.
Like there's so many movie quotes, and it was so hard to crunch it down. The next one I'm about to pick is something from a movie that came out 3, 4, 5 years ago. When did Infinity War come out?
That was 2018.
No, that was No. Oh, it came out with Aquaman. It came out the same year as Aquaman. It came out the same year as Black Panther, right?
Yeah, Black Panther came out that same year. Wait, it did because Black Panther
2018.
February.
2018.
Yeah.
So 2018. This is fairly new. It's one of the new. I think it's the newest movie in this lineup.
Yeah, Infinity War had a lot of quotes. To be honest,
it had a lot of quotables, but this one, I think, to me, because of the character that actually drops this quotable, and because of when he does it, I think this one is just like it's up there. It's up there. And I think, again, like I said, because of the character, I think this deserves to be in this conversation. So I'm gonna play this for you real quick. We can refresh, and we can see.
You got some nerve. I'll give you that.
You could use some of that right now.
The world's on fire. And you think all's forgiven?
I'm not looking for forgiveness. And I'm way past asking permission. Earth just lost her best defender. So we're here to fight. And if you want to stand in our way, we'll fight you too.
If you want to stand in our way, we'll fight
you too.
Like, nah, that's hard.
I mean, my issue is if he'd been saying it to anyone else, someone that was like, I thought more of than say Ross, then like I'd be like, yeah, but it's
right.
What has Ross done?
But 2 triple bypass.
Aside from be a suit, basically past
absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're right. In the MCU, yes.
If he was saying to anyone else, I'd be like, yeah, but he's talking to Ross, and I'm like,
a person with 2 triple bypass.
Yeah. So hold on. So not because of the character that actually says it, not because Captain America, because up to this point, I don't think Captain America delivered a line like this or given a speech like this. This is outside of his character. This is like, nah.
The Age of Ultron speech when they're on, it's not like, that very.
I feel like if he'd been saying it to Tony,
oh yeah,
it would have been a harder line.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, I can agree with that. And I think because of that, personally, your point just helped it. I think it's fine.
Yeah,
I think it's fine.
Because honestly, Thanos had a lot better speeches in that movie.
Oh yeah. So to be honest, because I feel like Thanos might be the most quotable villain on this side of the, from the inside of the late 2010s. I think Thanos might be one of the most quotable villains. I think we should do a villain version. We should do a. We
Thanos
should do
was sweet.
Nah, but Thanos let him have it, bro. So it's fine. So Captain America, it's unfortunate, bro.
If we're doing a villain version, one of the movies on here doesn't go on.
Right. You know what I hate though? You know what I hate from Marvel? There's a shot in the Infinity War trailer, right? Tony gets decked in his chest. Mind you, I love Tony, but he gets really decked in his chest and drops. You know that didn't make the movie because
Right.
he had to do what he did with his suit on planet. Like I was kind of sad because how in the world
is it on the deleted scenes or whatever? Like
No,
it's in the trailer. It's not in the it's in the trailer.
They
like,
did a lot of misdirections in that movie.
Yeah,
just
during
like
the
with
fight,
the Hulk
Tony-
running in Wakanda.
Tony
They did-
takes a punch, straight punch to his chest, and just folds. I'll look for that scene because I know that will make you happy. So I'll look for it now.
I mean, I don't care. I just think he's an asshole.
Yeah, this guy has a life vendetta with a fictional character. I'm joking. Sorry, Ray. You know I love you, yo. He swore a blood oath to kill off Tony and all iterations of him.
If I could, I would. If I could delete that character from Marvel, I would.
Wow. You know what? We're moving on. The next movie we're gonna talk about is the first of a series of a five-parter storyline. I think the reason I picked this one because Optimus Prime has quotables all through every Transformers movie. Feel how you might about those movies. I think Optimus Prime, to me, is one of the better parts of the Transformers franchise.
Yeah, Autobots rollouts.
Yeah, it's a bunch.
I feel like if like a giant Optimus Prime came and landed on the planet today and it was like, I need your help and blah 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 blah. Like there's so many 50, 40, and 30-year-old dads who are like, I'm on my way.
I worked. Hold on. No, it's funny that you say that. I worked at Sears at the time the movie came out. My boss went like 2 weeks after the movie came out, went and got a Mustang, yellow, racing stripes on it. He said he was gonna get the Camaro, but it was a little more pricey and it was a little out of his range. But he wanted, and he kitted that car up, bro. Like that was Bumblebee.
Yeah.
So 100%, I'm with Ray. And the Optimus Prime speeches in all the movies, honestly, I would be right there with him with a gun in my hand, like, all right, bro, let's go take out some Decepticons because I bought into everything he said, right?
But see, you saying being there with him with a gun makes me think that Optimus Prime will come down here and go, let's go Biden. No, let's go Brandon.
Listen. If he showed up, he was like we need to, like, I'm here. We need Megatron is on his way. Like so many dudes would be like, all right, let's go. Optimus said it.
Right. So, but this one, right? This is the first one, I think. But this one isn't calling humans to fight. This is calling the rest of the Autobots in the one scene, right?
What about Bumblebee? We can't just leave him to die and become some human experiment. He'll die in vain if we don't accomplish our mission. Bumblebee is a brave soldier. This is what he would want.
Why are we fighting to save the humans? They're a primitive and violent race.
Were we so different? They're a young species. They have much to learn. But I've seen goodness in them. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. You all know there's only one way to end this war. We must destroy the cube. If all else fails, I will unite it with the spark in my chest.
That's suicide. The cube is raw power. It could destroy you both.
A necessary sacrifice to bring peace to this planet. We cannot let the humans pay for our mistakes. It's been an honor serving with you all. Autobots, roll out!
We roll.
Nah. I feel like he's at better in the franchise.
Yeah,
I feel like
I have to agree.
In 4, right? Which I'm pretty sure not a lot of people watch. When he went to go get those dinosaurs, I think that was a hard speech, and I would have literally jumped in with him.
Was
He's
that
had
was that
better.
was that the last night or whatever it was called?
Yes, that was the last night, the one with the dinosaurs.
I tried watching that on my
Oh,
plane,
come
and
on.
like 30 minutes in, I fell asleep, and I woke up like in the last 5 minutes. It was. I tried really, really hard to watch that movie. Like it just wasn't happening. It wasn't happening.
Did you try
And you know
past
what?
that
You know
flight?
what? No. And every Transformers movie after the first one was also trash. So like,
You know what? I think, right? The second one is the better one. We'll talk about it later.
nah.
I think the second one is the better one. The reason why, obviously, the first one, I think the reason I think the second one is the better one is because it actually builds. It's kind of contains itself. I think they started getting wackier past like Dark Side of past like the third. It started just getting bigger than itself, and they just we're just gonna make it bigger. But no, Optimus goes into I guess. I think that's the one guess of the day.
You know what? The second one wasn't bad. I did like it. It just seems like Michael Bay didn't know how to write women, and he I think he still had that whole sexualization thing in his mind. Like this is how you sell movies, and with the actor that he had, he didn't have to do that. And
I mean, I don't disagree, but
yeah,
like at the same time, I think if you go see a Michael Bay movie, you should know what you're getting. Like,
Right.
as far as I'm concerned, like I think The Rock is the only Michael Bay movie that I can still watch today and be like, yeah, I didn't mind that. That was pretty good. Like I can't watch any other like even like the Bad Boys and all that. I can't watch them. It's just
yeah.
it.
I feel you.
Yes, I know action movies supposed to be turn off your brain, have a good time, but like, nah, nah. He's just not for me. And you know what? Like we'll talk about that Transformers thing right now. I thought the first movie was not a good movie, but it set up that potential for the series to be good. Like it was right. It was like, you know what? We got the first movie. The first movie wasn't horrible, but you know what? They can build off of this.
Yeah.
And they just did. They just made movies that were worse. So
I did like Bumblebee though. To be honest with you, I like the Bumblebee.
I haven't seen Bumblebee.
You should watch
good,
it
but
at some point.
It's on Hulu right now.
Probably on the next flight. You should watch it.
It's worth it. It's definitely
We've left, so we're leaving one giant robot movie to talk about another giant robot movie. As a matter of fact, I just recently saw this giant robot movie, and I think it's good. I think the movie's good, and
it is a good. It's a very good movie. It's got a lot
very
more
good movie.
It's got a lot more depth than people give it.
Yes.
Credit for.
I think people complain about the fights being at night, but when you see the sequel and you see the horrible animation, I think you prefer the fights being at night, to be honest. So we are canceling the Apocalypse with Pacific Rim and Stack of Pentecost. I think that speech.
I actually like that movie. Pacific Rim was good to me.
I don't know too much.
Everyone, listen up. Today, at the edge of our hope, at the end of our time, we have chosen not only to believe in ourselves, but in each other. Today, there's not a man nor woman in here that shall stand alone. Not today. Today we face the monsters that are at our door and bring the fight to them. Today we are canceling the apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean Stringer Bell brought it in that scene.
I mean, it's basically just Bill Pullman and Independence Day.
It is, and that's the reason I didn't put Independence Day on this, because I was like, you know what,
okay.
It's literally the same. It's literally the same speech. But I do think I think Independence Day slightly edges this one out, or not slightly. I think it edges this one out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
Only because I think
so.
because it came first. Because if you look at this and look at it's the same thing. So I think it came first and it edges this out. But no, I like this one. I think it's good.
I'd stick it down there with Transformers.
Whoa, I doubt. Well,
I actually put it in the good category. Like I actually like this. Like, but I like Pacific Rim, and I know I sit in a minority with a lot of fans that want to trash the movie all the time.
I don't think it's a minority.
You know
I think
I have not met. I'm sure they exist, but I have not met a single person that disliked the first Pacific Rim movie. Like I don't.
I met a lot of people that disliked it,
and that's weird to me.
And I defend it all the time. Like, dude, this is a good movie.
Weird to me. That is really weird to me.
It's weird to me too. I think it's a fine movie. I think it's a good speech. I think the reason I think it's a good speech is because Bill Pullman didn't die in Independence Day. Idris Elba dies in this movie. Not only did he say we're canceling, he actually gave his life to cancel the apocalypse. Mm-hmm. And I think because of that, I will give it good.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, good.
I'm rating the speech, not what happened after the speech.
So here's the thing: if I don't have Independence Day, if I don't have knowledge of Independence Day, and I'm just looking at this movie for what it is at the time that it came out, which was what 2007,
13.
Dang, it was that long ago. I mean, it was that close.
Yeah.
I just remember eating crabs with my sister watching this movie, and like for real, that's how it sticks out in my mind. And I thought it was like 2000. I thought it was before that. And yeah. I don't know. I just rank it pretty good. Like that was a motivating speech.
Yeah, it's a good motivating speech. Yeah.
It's a good sauce.
we are down to our last two. We kind of move. We're kind of moving through these. So this is, we started with one, and I will ask you guys. So I have two speeches left. I have Maximus and I have Pelican Bay. Which would you like to go with?
Maximus, because Training Day is by far my top 3 movie of all times, and it's above 3. It's actually probably my number 1. It's in my top 2, not 2.
Ray, where do you land on this?
I'm indifferent to like the rating the movies themselves. Like I don't care about where either movie rates. I can rate what they say rates.
Okay, all right. So we're going with Maximus.
Will you remove your helmet and tell me your name?
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix Legions, loyal servant to the true Emperor Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
Shit. Oh shit.
Exactly.
Only cause I think I remember where I was when I heard the speech the first time. Or I think of all the speeches that we've heard today, I think this one to me stands out the most because again, I literally know what I was doing when I heard this speech for the first time. And I know how much I've run it back. I know how much I've tried to cram it. I just know there's every other month I'm walking around calling myself Maximus. Like I wanted to.
So what he does before he watches porn, y'all.
Wow. Wow. I even thought about naming. Naming a child Maximus. What if I had a girl? She would be Decimus. Wow. Wow. She be Desi for short.
Why can't she be Maximus though?
Nah, she'd be Desi for short, but it'd be, what would her nickname be? Maxim? Maxie. You know what? True. But no, honestly, it has really it has a grip on me as a person. So I think it's up there.
It's God
in the
tier.
God. Yes,
It's in the God tier.
No. Like, like I think it's good. I think it's very good, but I would put it in God's ear. Like, not even a little bit. Like, I keep thinking about it. I'm like, all the Emperor dude needs to do is say, "Yo, just stab him," and it'd be done.
True. I mean, did he do that? Did he say arms and all of that? And then the people were like, "Nah, you should have been like, no, I am the emperor. I don't care what these people say.
I don't care about these peasants."
Facts, like they can't touch me. I'm untouchable.
No, I don't care about these peasants. Kill them.
Right.
Yo, the
Ended
score.
up dying and losing his life in the moment too. What a dumbass emperor.
But yo, the score in that scene, yo, like the score, the delivery of those lines.
Well,
with the score,
90% of these like speeches is the background music.
It is. But I think what
gentle swelling.
Right. I think what made Taken really, really good was because you didn't get music until some part, and then the music still didn't overtake the scene. Some of these scenes have music overtaking them, and the line just falls into the song, into the music. But no, I think Maximus is God tier.
Liam Neeson has just a voice, like that voice that Liam Neeson, just like him. Like certain actors just have a very distinguished voice that just can make what they're saying just stand out. Like
Ray, you say it's not God tier. Kyle, you say it's God tier.
It's definitely God tier for me.
All right. So remember, we can't have two gods.
Oh, well, I mean, we all know the next one I have is definitely going in God tier. So I'm going to debate. I'll debate myself, and I will make this entertaining.
So the last one is this speech that honestly could double up as a villain speech if we did a villain version, because
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Yay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoe program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light of day. Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the police. I run shit here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go and walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
You know what?
That's it.
But you know what is crazy? You know what's crazy about this one, right? This is a David Ayer movie.
What happened to it? What happened to it?
And I'm just struggling to how did did you write this, or was Denzel freestyling? Because
he had to freestyle that.
It just
did you see Denzel's facial movements, like his lip shaking and stuff?
He was just adding to.
Denzel's just a good actor too. You know?
He is. Oh my god, he sells everything,
dude.
And you know what? Yeah, So what I'm gonna do? There's no debate. Honestly, there's no debate.
All right, here's the debate part. Denzel won an Academy Award for this. That's my debate.
So did what's his name off this?
Denzel was a black man that won an Academy Award.
And it is Black History Month. You're right. So yeah, and that's it. And that's the list.
The lip movement. Like I said, I was willing to debate this one.
I'm mad I said Maximus was not God tier. You guys put him in God tier, and you were like, nah.
No, it was. I feel like the reason I did it was because it was gonna come down. I thought there was gonna be a debate, but there is something when you're watching Denzel deliver those lines versus when anyone else is delivering them. It just hits. It's like Thanos had so many quotables in Infinity War and Endgame. I guess you couldn't live with your failures. What does that bring you back to
Back
me?
to me.
Um,
The hardest of choices require the strongest of wills.
Right. This puts a smile on my face. Like he just has, but it's something about those are the quotables. But then when he delivers it in that cold voice, just almost lifeless. Like I can kill you right now, and I will kill you, type voice. Like I think that's what And when Denzel is dropping this, he's pretty much saying, "Look, man, like I'm King Kong."
You know who had a good quote in that movie? Believe it or not, Gamora. When she was like, for years I looked at you, looked at the chairs, like the whole, and Destiny has signed his face on you and denied you or whatever like that. And then like, oh, tears, really? Like those tears are for
So yeah, I just feel like there wasn't gonna be a debate. Honestly, I put it up there because it was eventually gonna come down. Oh man, do we really say it's really on the level of canceling the apocalypse? Are you serious? You're telling me to make it good? Maximus is really on the level of canceling the apocalypse?
No, cancel the apocalypse needs to be lower. I keep telling y'all, it needs to be lower. I mean, I'm serious. I told you guys it needs to be lower.
It is Black History Month.
I don't care. I don't care. It's not that hard.
It hurts. This hurts. If you do it, I'm not looking.
I can't. My hand doesn't work. I can't do it. You know what? I'll leave it as better because I think it's one of those like a lot of people quote. So it's quotable for days. Not canceling the apocalypse. You know what? I'll do it. Canceling the apocalypse isn't quotable for days.
No,
Maximus is quotable for days, but Taken is more quotable than Maximus.
Yes.
So that's it.
Absolutely.
And that's the final list. There we go. It wasn't that difficult. It wasn't that much of a debate. It hurt me to do it, but it's done. Thank you, Ray. This is the first one of the year. So again, we are going to come back and do like a villain one at some point. Yeah, that's the final list.
Yo, does Tony Montana count as a villain or a hero?
He's a villain, bro.
He's a villain.
He's a villain. You see, you know what? So the other day I was watching a show with a friend, and I was like, hey, Americans glorify the bad guys. It was one of these like swindler shows or Tinder Swindler.
Is that good?
It's funny. I don't know if it's good. It's just really funny because as you're watching it, you're telling yourself, this can't be real, but it's real. Like what happens is real. So, and at the, he went to jail in Israel he was sentenced for 5 years, did 5 months. And now he has a deal with Hollywood.
Nice.
Same thing with the girl, Anna or whatever, in another Netflix show. She was a swindler, and somehow Netflix paid her big money to do her story. So America does kind of like favor, or Hollywood favors the villain, and that's why we get movies like Heat, and that's why people think the Joker is.
I think people appreciate what seems to be character depth. Because for a very, very long time, villains we're just villains. I'm just bad, and like I don't have any real reasons. I'm just gonna shoot and do all this. So like when we see villains that are like, oh dang, he isn't just like an evil guy, he's all this, but then like he's also so much more evil than we all expected him to be. Like that kind of evil where it's like, dang, not only is he evil, but every time he walks past any dog, he just kicks it. Like
right.
Like we like it when things are next level. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Which is I think why people love American Psycho, and what's that Ben Affleck movie that he did where he was
It's why so many silly white dudes think Walter White's the good guy.
Right. So yeah. Walter White should go in the villain speech because I think
I'm the one who knocks.
It's not a movie though.
You're right. So we gotta look for. I mean, there is a movie of the show. No, never mind. It has to.
Oh,
The line has to
that was
come.
horrible. That movie.
The line has to come. The line has to
Nah, I
come
think that
from.
movie was great.
It was
I think the movie was
really
great.
good.
I think it was. I think
Did I miss
people were
something?
people,
Because I
yeah,
didn't
people,
see where it was good at all.
people were expecting a whole lot more from it. Like
Yeah.
they were expecting like more Breaking Bad, and what they got was more Breaking Bad that gave closure.
Closure,
It
to
wasn't
characters.
like wasn't trying to make things like blow up or whatever. It was like, let's get an ending for this character. And he got
Right.
it was a great
Right.
story. Like at
Right.
the end of it, like it was really
Yeah,
good.
Jesse kind of got some type of redemption, and I think that was what kind of made it good for me. It was that. Anyways, but thank you guys. So the next one we'll be doing sometime next month will be the villain version. We also have another rank idea that we're gonna throw in the chat so we can talk about. But rank shows are back this year. This is the first. We're gonna do 1 or 2 a month. So thank you, Ray, for making the time. Thank you, KB, for making the time. Really, really appreciate you guys. I still cannot believe. You know what? It's fine. I like the list as is. I'll put in the chat and see. What happens. I will. I will put in the chat and see what happens. But no, thank you guys again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share with your friends.
He calls himself Maximus.
We will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Good day.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want.
I'm not looking for forgiveness.
King Kong ain't got shit on me!
But I've seen goodness in them.
And I will